From the company who can't make their own Spider-Man movie, or streaming service, or enough PS5s, comes the one thing Sony can still deliver. A top-notch Galian rom-com.
Galian.
Bottom.
Venom, Let There Be Carnage. If you're making a film about a squirrely guy who talks to himself, you call Gollum to direct it. Andy Serkis helms 2021 sequel to 2018 surprise hit of 1996.
Thank you.
With bad CGI goo, bad wigs.
You said it.
And British actors doing really bad American accents.
Okay, this is about me wanting to live without you, whining in my ear all the time about eating bad guys.
I just incapacitated your boyfriend.
And only you at the Life Foundation when that rocket exploded.
Wait, is this what it sounds like to them when I go, "Oh, I'm Mary Poppins, which way to the Queen?" Catch up with Eddie Brock and his parasite Venom, two roommates who spend every minute coming in and out of each other. Eddie's journalism career has stalled because he's an idiot.
It's a house. Never mind.
And Venom just can't help killing people.
Yeah.
Another one bites the dust.
They had family. Enjoy their wacky dynamic where Venom reacts in real time to Eddie's crappy life.
You suck. You suck.
Excuse me?
And ignore how awkward it must be for the people who can't hear his voice.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What?
As this film
That's
leans hard into
literally
the
how it
Simrock
is.
shippers' fantasies to make a gayer superhero movie than the one with actual gay superheroes in it.
Hello, gorgeous.
Sorry, no, you're not my type.
You said that you love me.
I am out of the Eddie closet.
Yep.
Watch as Venom is pushed to the brink by the only guy named Cletus to get an interracial marriage. He began life as a Twilight reject, lip-syncing to Woody Harrelson.
They can't take you from me. You're my one bright light.
Then became a monster infected by the Guy Fieri virus.
Which, hands?
He's an unnaturally born killer on a rampage to elope with Shriek, who's Marvel's answer to DC's Black Canary. Except she, see, the difference is that, okay, I guess she's just DC's Black Canary. And nothing can stop these two lovebirds from being together, except fire. Or sound. Or the fact that her superpower is making loud noises. See, this is why thruples are so hard to balance. That's why Michelle Williams got sidelined in this one.
I just needed a little space after the whole alien biting a guy's head off thing.
Dive into an ever-expanding universe of the IP still controlled by Sony Pictures, until Morbius eats dirt at the box office and they start from scratch again, featuring some of Marvel's most iconic buildings, newspaper names, and metaphors. Until they just give up at the end and blip Venom into the MCU or whatever, in a move that thrilled mainstream comic book nerds, while the real eagle-eyed dorks are trying to figure out why Venom crosses over with Beverly Hills Cop 2. Wait, are we finally getting a cinematic Eddieverse? Oh man, the possibilities are endless. So enjoy the first comic book film in a long while that understood the assignment, that doesn't try to imitate some other genre or stuff itself with Oscar-worthy pretensions. Just 90 minutes of dumb fun about a reporter in love with his tapeworm. Still, would have been even better if they had the courage to end it just one scene earlier.
This guy.
See, that's cinema. Starring
That's it.
Brock Bottom, Bennies with Bennies. I support my large adult son. Michelle Williams after Venom 1.
Oh, God, I'm never doing that again. God, well, maybe never. I don't know. Honestly, it's really fun.
Cletus the Snap-Jawed Yokel, Hall Attack Girl, and another British tomboy. Man, Venom's got a type, doesn't he?
Oh, jeez.
Venom, let him Carnage. How does Venom keep sprouting tentacles out of Eddie's back without ripping holes in his clothes? Wait, is Venom just pretending to be Tom Hardy's clothes and he's actually naked the entire time? Oh man, whew, this just got even hotter.
It seems that Honest Trailers hits on a lot of the things that I was already thinking. Pitch Meeting hits on it a little bit. We're still going to watch it. We'll still do a rewatch of the Pitch Meeting as well because this is a versus. I'm still going to do a versus here. But the Honest Trailers hits a lot of things on the head as far as just the relationship between Brock and Venom And there's a lot of that in this honest trailer. I don't remember that being the case with the pitch meeting. I do remember that this movie felt like a 90s movie, or really early 2000s, I would say. Maybe not even 90s. But the fact that honest trailer says 1996, hey, bring the guy that talked to himself a lot in Lord of the Rings movies, have him direct, and then he can make a 1990s, early 2000s film. That's pretty much what we get here. I don't really care for the Venom movies, it's just me. But again, let's watch the pitch meeting and figure it all out. Real quick though, shout out to you guys, members, subscribers, watchers. I appreciate you for supporting the channel any way that you do. To my Hyper Crew members, verbal shout out for you guys. Brian Tidwell, Steve-O, Slepnir-Milner, K6013, Giro 15,000, Daniel Lopez, Kratos, Richie Chester, and Arnon Steelpelt. Thanks so much for choosing that top tier crew. Now, let's do a rewatch of the pitch meeting.
So, you have a Venom sequel for me? Yes, sir, I do. And this is the second movie in a series where the protagonist has powers, so you know what that means. He's gonna lose his powers for a little bit? He's gonna lose his powers for a little bit. Oh boy, that never gets old. Wait, that hasn't gotten old, has it? Oh, absolutely not, sir. I guarantee it. Although, keep in mind, I have no idea, and there's no way I can guarantee that. Works for me, so guide me through the story here. So we're gonna meet this crazy serial killer guy, Cletus Cassidy, right? Right, Woody Harrelson in a terrible wig. We introduced him in the last movie. Yes. Yeah, but people seem to be distracted by that wig, so I figure we swap it out for another wig that's, you know, just as distracting. I love it. And so this guy, he's really into Eddie Brock. Why? Because. Does he know about Venom? He doesn't. Okay. So Cletus wants to make this deal with Eddie where he'll give him the exclusive story of his life if he agrees to publish this message for his girlfriend Shriek. Right. And Eddie's career is really in the dumps, so he really needs this to restore it. Wait, if this guy's life story is such a big deal and he wants to get something published, shouldn't he go with a journalist whose career isn't in the dumps? Yeah, but the thing about Eddie Brock is that he's the main character of the movie. That's right. That's a good point. Yeah, you should go with him. So then after publishing his message, Eddie and Venom also pieced together where he hid these other bodies, and so they published that, and Cletus gets pissed. Wasn't he gonna tell him his whole life story anyway? Yes. All right. And so eventually Cletus manages to bite Eddie, and that's how he gets the Carnage symbiote in him. Oh, managing to bite people is tight. It sure is, sir. So meanwhile, during the movie, Eddie and Venom keep fighting about becoming like a crime-fighting duo, right? Oh, they're gonna go out and fight crime? I didn't say that. I said they'd argue about it. Yeah, I figure instead of doing the thing that would be super cool to watch, we can watch them bicker about doing it or not doing it. Yeah. And also like eating chicken. What? And chocolate. And also Eddie's ex-fiance is engaged again, so they're gonna argue about that. Lots of arguing. A lot of arguing. This is basically a romantic comedy. Oh, okay. So anyway, eventually all that arguing leads to them spending some time apart and Eddie not having the Venom powers, which as I mentioned might still be an interesting thing to do in a sequel. Sure. And so then at the same time, Cletus is about to be executed and he realizes he has this Carnage symbiote inside him. Oh boy. Yeah, so he just goes crazy, right? He escapes from prison and along the way he kills a bunch of guards, he tears them apart, he rips their spines out and blood spurts. PG-13. He throws some guards off screen onto the wall. That probably hurts. There it is. So now that he's out of prison, he wants to go reunite with the love of his life, this lady Frances, aka Shriek. And what's her deal? Oh, well, she has these sonic screaming powers. How'd you get those? Don't worry about it. Okay, I won't. And when she was younger, this cop Patrick Mulligan shot her in the eye. Just like that. Yeah, so obviously that led to her having, you know, a little scar and a lightly colored contact lens. That is what happens when people get shot in the eye. But the thing about her powers is that loud noises actually hurt symbiotes, so her screams actually hurt Carnage. Oh, wow, so Cletus is in love with someone whose powers could destroy him. That is very compelling, very interesting situation. Not even gonna be yeah, I thought the same thing, but then I was like, let's not. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Yeah, let's just kind of leave it as a Chekhov's gun kind of thing for the end of the movie. I want to keep this at a tight 90. Yeah, sure. It's okay. Tight 90. So anyway, Carnage hacks the internet and finds out where she's being kept from some secret government files. Oh, that plot point feels like it was written in 1996. Thank you. So then he goes and breaks her free of where she's being held. There's a 96 reference. What are they going to do now? Oh, they have a very evil plan, sir. They want to get married and get revenge on 3 people they don't like. What? Yeah, see, Shriek wants revenge on the guy that made her wear the contact lens, and then Cletus wants revenge on Eddie for publishing an article after he specifically asked him to publish an article, right? And Carnage, he wants revenge on Venom for I don't know, being his dad? What are you talking about? Look, I just want Venom and Carnage to fight, okay? Oh, okay, yeah, sure. No, I don't really need a good reason. Great, because I don't have one. That's fine. And so then we're gonna go to this cathedral and we're gonna have this big third act fight like you've never seen before.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Wait, have you seen any big budget blockbusters in the past couple years? Yes. Oh, okay, yeah, then no, you have seen this before. Oh. Yeah, big CGI fight between protagonist and bad guy with similar powers. Yes. Oh, okay, yeah, no, yeah, sure. And at a certain point, the bad guys have Anne, and they're like, hey, Eddie, we're gonna kill her in front of you.
Oh, she gets killed right in front of Eddie?
Ah, you'd think so, because of the words they said. But no, they immediately climb to the top of the cathedral out of his sight.
Oh, interesting strategy.
And then Shriek ends up falling from the top of the building, and her scream makes the symbiotes disconnect from their hosts.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so Eddie and Cletus also fall, but Venom manages to reconnect with Eddie before he hits the ground.
Oh, wow, 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 wow.
So now Carnage wants to go rebond with Cletus, and Venom has to stop him.
Is that gonna be hard to do?
Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, he just eats him up. He's all weak now. Yum, yum, yum. Very delicious. So then they're about to kill Cletus, and he's like, hey, nobody asked, but I was abused, and also I wanted to be your friend.
What?
I don't know, I figured I should take a shot at making the villain sympathetic. I realized at this point in the script that I forgot to kind of develop the character.
Oh, whoops.
I realized.
So anyway, then Venom bites his head off.
Oh my god.
But right before he does, we're allowed one F word in a PG-13 movie, right?
Well, you know, that depends. What F word are you talking about?
The F word?
Which one?
Like F-bomb?
Oh. F-bomb?
Nope. Okay, I'm just gonna do it. Anyway, so that's about it. What do you think?
Well, it sounds like a movie, you know?
It is. Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm just a little worried, you know, the market's so saturated with superhero movies. I feel like there's nothing setting us apart, you know? Like, why should people talk about this?
Well, what if we tack on a post-credit scene where we, you know, shove Venom into the MCU?
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, I felt that one. Just the piece on Writer Guy saying how, as he was writing the script, he realized he didn't develop the main villains at all, really. I mean, that's just kind of how it goes. And that's how I felt throughout this movie. I don't like this movie. This movie made me like the first one more, and I didn't like that movie. And even after watching Venom Let There Be Carnage, I'm not looking forward to Venom 3. Really at all. I'm looking forward to, spoiler alert, what Venom does in the MCU, since if you saw Spider-Man Far From Home, which, I mean, who hasn't at this point? It's made so much money. In the post-credit scene, you see Eddie Brock at a bar, and a piece of Venom is left as he goes back to his Sonyverse. A piece of Venom is left in the MCU. So I'm looking forward to what happens there. Something's got to happen there. They got to follow up on that. So that's what I'm looking forward to. How that plays into the next Spider-Man movie, maybe. These movies are just meh for me. What do you think, though? Who did better, Honest Trailer or Pitch Meeting? I like both. I thought the Honest Trailer was really good here. Not a great starring section, but it did a lot more jokes on the relationship between Venom and Brock, especially the part about how they come in and out of each other during their arguments in this movie. That was hilarious. But always looking forward to what you guys have to say. What's your favorite part? Let me know in the comments below. That's all I got for you guys in this one. Check out the description for more information on the channel, such as gear you can purchase, shirts, mugs, tote bags, things of that nature, or the gear I use to make my videos. If you're interested in making your own YouTube videos, I got a whole Amazon store you can check out to see what I use. You can also see more content creators in the description as well, the videos that they have to offer. They got some fun stuff. I'll see you guys in the comments for this video. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.